Hello, Shalom. This is Yirmiyahu Weeps, and I am going to be talking about humility. Now, for a long time, trying to figure out exactly what humility was and what was false humility, I thought I had a pretty good idea, but I think I have a better idea now, and I'll share it with you. I think humility really is a matter of perspective, because the proper perspective is that you are a limited, I and you are a limited, limited on knowledge, finite human being. Finite means that we only are going to be here so long and then we're gone. And we're limited on power. So we're limited on knowledge, extremely limited. Every single human being is extremely limited on power and on knowledge. Power, there are so many things you can't do. You can't decide to fly to the moon, jump off the ground, and fly to the moon. You can't do it. And there's multiple reasons why you can't do it. So you're limited on power. You're limited on knowledge. You don't know exactly what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know exactly what's going to happen an hour from now. You can make predictions, and maybe your predictions might come true, and they might not. You could be dead in 5 minutes. You just don't know. So you don't have power and you don't have knowledge. Or well, you have some, but your power and your knowledge is limited. And your presence is limited. You are wherever it is you are and nowhere else. And you can only be wherever it is you are and nowhere else. So that means all other places beyond that are not where you are, you're not there. So the other side of the globe, the next state, the next country, the next continent, you're not there. So yeah, you have limited knowledge of what's going on, and you have limited presence to just wherever it is you are. And you, me, and everyone else is all in a state of growth. And there's so much we don't know, and we're not perfect. We don't have moral perfection. We're not able to always do what's right. So if you ever lie, if you ever are cruel, if you ever take something that's not yours, if you ever manipulate, if you ever, there's just multiple things. If you ever do another person wrong, you're not morally upright, perfect. You're not morally perfect. You still have room to grow. So that's everyone. So everyone is limited on knowledge, on pretty much everything. And everyone operates on faith all the time. I mean, what about the next breath of air you're going to breathe? You can believe that there's going to be air for you to breathe, but you're having faith and trust that the air is going to be there for you to take the next breath. You're having faith and trust in whatever, whether your senses or the world around you, other people, that you're going to have toilet paper to use, that there's going to be food to eat, anything. It's all faith. Faith is everything. Faith is an integral part of how we function. So you're having to use faith and trust in every aspect of your life every day. Humility. There's so many questions that we don't have the answers to, that no one has the answers to. And there are questions that people have answers to, and maybe they're right, and maybe they're wrong. And that covers just about anything. So I think humility really is a matter of perspective. Now, I've gone into other videos that talk about why the Creator must exist. The Creator is, in fact, the Creator's name means He exists. So He's the very foundation, the very fundamental of existence is the Creator. There cannot be existence or creation without the Creator. But since the Creator is, and since the Creator has the characteristics that He does, He is all-knowing. He knows everything that there is to know. He is all-powerful. Anything that is possible to do, He can do. And He's all-present, meaning there is nowhere that He is not. He's everywhere. And I mean, of course, he's beyond our limited 3 dimensions, 4 if you include time, but he's beyond that, so it wouldn't be a surprise that he would be everywhere. Um, and so he's all powerful, all knowing, all present, and all loving, and all good. And since he is those things, it's necessary for us to have humility and for us to say, I am limited. I'm limited in my understanding. I'm limited in my life. I'm limited in my morality. I'm limited in my power. Um, and so is everyone else. So that's humility, is going, I'm not perfect, and neither is anyone else. And we are going to be made perfect because of the Creator, the one who loves us. He's going to bring all of us to perfection. He's going to do this. So whether you have certain knowledge that other people don't have, it almost doesn't even matter, because other people have knowledge that you don't have. So really, we just need each other, and I think it comes down to a matter of how we treating each other in fairness and good and love. And of course, if you are walking in love, then you have to cover over other people's wrongs. If other people do wrong, you can't just like take revenge or become nasty yourself. You have to strive to be good and still keep the proper perspective, which is humility, which is knowing that you're not all that, and you're not there yet, but you'll get there just like everyone else will. So you and everyone else is not all that, and you and everyone else is going to get there. So I think that's humility, is having the proper perspective. There is a Creator who is all powerful, all knowing, all good, all loving, all kind, all present, and He made you and He loves you. And He knows exactly what He's doing with everything all the time. Absolutely everything. And He knows how everything works and why. And He knows all of the cause and effect. So if something happens, He knows the effects that that's going to have on everyone. So He's able to work all of it out for good, even the stuff that doesn't look good. In fact, he's got purposes and plans with all of it, so that something may look absolutely terrible and feel and be absolutely terrible from our limited perspective. But His greater perspective can see all of the good that's resulting, even at the moment that it's happening. And not just for other people, but even for the one that's going through the horribleness. So, but we have to, it's absolutely necessary that we are having the proper perspective and see our limitations. And so we're just not in a position to judge. We're definitely not in a position to judge the Creator. But really, we're not in a position to judge each other. So really, the only thing that really works for us to do is to strive to be close to the Creator and to treat each other right. And even to treat each other right, the Creator is the key to that. So I highly advise like calling out to Him. But that's what I see with humility. The necessity of humility. The beauty of humility. Beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Because everyone can be humble. It puts everything in perspective, I think. Well, the Creator does, really, but I'm slightly babbling now, but hopefully this has made some sense. Oh, and that's another thing, very important. Yoshua was humble. He had the proper perspective of who he was and who the Creator was. And he submitted to love. Love and goodness. He submitted to love and goodness. And the Creator is love and goodness. The Creator is love and goodness personified. So he submitted to the Creator because he was submitting to love and goodness. So if you submit to the Creator, you're submitting to love and goodness, which is the only proper thing to do if you have the proper perspective of humility. It's the only thing that I can see that makes sense. The most logical thing you could possibly do is to submit to the Creator in humility. Submit to love and goodness in humility. Submit to love and goodness from the proper perspective of your limitations. And trust, I think this is key, trust that the Creator, love and goodness, is going to do right by you even when it doesn't look like it or feel like it. But He will. So, humility. If anyone has any other thoughts, insights, ideas, that would be great. I value the feedback, and thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a very good day, night, evening, morning, whenever you watch this, and a very good life. Shalom, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, adios, slan, arrivederci, sayonara, ni hao, bye.